meter is a flexible ruler with a length and that includes of electrical engineering tools. A meter consists of measuring tape, hook tape, housing and belt kit. Spring and stop. If you want to use the meter, the first thing to do is extend tape measure, then identify inch marks. Next, identify the number of inch marks. Secondly, you measure your tape you are measuring. Next, read the measurement. The nearest number below the end of the tape is your number of units you are measuring, and the markings between this number and the one above it corresponding to fractions of the unit.
What's the trick? I wish I knew. I'm so done with thinking through all the things I could have been, and I know you wanted to. All it takes is that one.
Grinder is an impressing machining process that has a grinding wheel as the cutting tool. Grinder has two types: the bench grinder and portable grinder. Bench grinder is usually placed on the table, and the portable grinder can usually be held. This is a bench grinder. Bench grinder have 7 parts. There are spark deflector, edge wheel, cruise wheel, fine wheel, on-off button, tool wrist, and wheel guard. Now, please take a look at the picture. As you can see here, portable grinder has 5 parts. There are motor assembly, wheel guard, wheel frame, the press center grinding wheel, in portable grinder has locking nut at the bottom, and then the press center grinding wheel is unlocking nut, and the wheel frame is on the grinding wheel, and the wheel guard is on top of the box. This is a real picture of the portable grinder. Can be seen that portable but the grill is made of plastic, while the center grinding wheel part is made of iron. Let's now look at the picture. This is a specification of bench grinder. Grinding this diameter has size 200 mm and width as 25 mm. The speed of the spin grinding is 2800 rpm. The overall bench grinder has weight 16.2 kg. Next, this is a picture for specification of portable grinder. Portable grinder has length 207 mm and width 290 mm. For grinding this diameter has size 100 mm and weight overall has 1.8 kg. For the summary of this presentation is grinder has two types, barrel bench grinder and portable grinder. And the conclusion is portable grinder and bench grinder have their respective advantages. Portable grinder has advantages of small size, lighter bench grinder, and easy to carry anywhere. But we have to be careful when using the portable grinder because the very sharp grinding part can hurt the hand or the other body part, while bench grinder can only be touched on the table, usually found in the factory.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. To start by myself, my name is Christinia Miriam. I like to speak testament. The aim today is some background testament for about minutes. I talk into session 2 is remember about centric this section and size function. Firstly, what to do is give part of test. It calculate our isolation tester and of and nickel bed. Secondly, connection between position of and the position nickel bed above the noun nickel bed. The noun name the handle. Important part span is the noun is in this is the same nickel bed. The part of isolation is for the testament in the middle of the testament test. Then testament tester at the end of the look at properties of the material of the handle and is from and the plastic. Then testament test metal. Properties of is hard. I will speak and size critical to the handle is like with the layer of tool. It has an testament length of the is 200 and the width 4.0 mm. Finally, I will about function pen is used quickly to the circuit. There is like weight from top or is that good? I want to use it test electricity supply. One so keep in the house. It is a verb which you can use screws your Lego or make like the switches. Must convert. You can use like a supply on various item in the right test for a supply. The test the proper way is designed To make mass pressure equal better span head, if not the in span will up even there is select present. Let's say fun is not the first thing to check article. The socket is blocked. It use a small to push the cover. Pride on the plastic tape in the top bed. You will see the small piece of plastic over the lower to open. Push the tape at the right of the switch in and must go in the socket is a half position. Fully inserted switch on it is the vertical stopper. The diode up. If you have your finger tip of the okay cricket test somebody that imagine actually allowing and at a low 50 volt at strong winds to active the lamp only takes 10 and 5 milliampere to active 5 milliampere from the 5 device and for them for 12 volt output. Safety of the entirely integrated current limit in the unit. An electrician consider shock when you see an instant after his parenthesis dropped in a sea of water ship with dry and short resistor. There are some modern proximity give some indicate the presence of values. They should accept as proof with energy jet. The span can circuit not of the test tool seem easy to use. Cover everything to say about. Thank you for. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Let me just start by introducing myself. My name is Fania Revina Trihesti. Today, I'd like to speak about the description of breadboard, or known as protoboard. I've divided the talk into 5 sections. First part, meaning of breadboard. Second part is parts of breadboard. Third part is dimension of breadboard. Fourth part is about how the breadboard works. And then fifth part is function of breadboard. So let's start. The first part of my presentation is the meaning of breadboard. A breadboard or protoboard is a solderless device for temporary prototype with electronics and test circular designs. Next, the second part is parts of breadboard. A breadboard has some parts. They are DIP support, terminal strips, power rails, rows and columns, and holes. As you can see on this picture, this is breadboard. And then, most electronics component in electronic circuit can be interconnected by inserting their LED or terminals into the holes and then making connection through wires where appropriate. The breadboard has strips of metal underneath the board and connect the holes on the top of the board. Note that the top and bottom rows of holes are connected horizontally and split in the middle, while the remaining holes are connected vertically. The horizontal rows have 5 holes and with sockets that are connected together. Ladies and gentlemen, the third part of my presentation is dimension of breadboard. We will mainly use the upper plus red row and the bottom minus blue row. Often we think of these parallel lines as rails, like railroad rails. The top rail is the plus 5 volt rails, and the bottom blue rail is the ground rail. A breadboard is rectangular in shape. The case is made of plastic. A breadboard is a full-size breadboard with 840 tie points. It's 2.2 times 7 or 5.5 centimeters times 17 centimeters with a double strip in the middle and a power rail on each side. And then the fourth part is about how the breadboard works. Basically, a breadboard is an array of conductive metal clips encased in a box made of white ABS plastic, where each clip is insulated with another clips. There are a number of holes on the plastic box arranged in a particular fashion. A typical breadboard layout consists of two types of region, also called strips: bus strips and socket strips. Bus strips are usually used to provide power supply to the circuit. It consists of two columns, one for power voltage and other for ground. Socket strips are used to hold most of the components in a circuit. Generally, it consists of two sections, each with 5 rows and 64 columns. Every column is electrically connected from inside. Nickel-silver clips hold the components. Finally, I will speak the last part of my presentation is about the function of breadboard. It is a device used as a construction base in developing an electronic circuit. Breadboard can be solderless, which allows them to be reusable. Okay, that's all I have to say about breadboard, or known as protoboard. So, do you have any question? If there are no more questions, I'll finish here. Thank you for your attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.